Good morning. This is your English coach from Srimati L.P. Savani Vidya Bhavan, Arajan. This story is from the book It So Happened, and the story is Children at Work, written by Geeta Wolf, Anushka Ravishankar and Arjit Singh. Let's know about the author. Geeta Wolf has written over 16 books for children and adults. She is regarded as the original and creative voice in contemporary Indian publishing. Anushka Ravishankar. She had successfully carried nonsense verse tradition of Dr. Swiss, Edward Lear and Lewis Carroll. She is internationally acclaimed as Indian writer. Arjit Sen is a graphic designer from Ahmedabad. He is the co-founder of People Tree. Since 1988, he has worked on diverse graphic exhibition and textile design related projects. Objectives: the children will be able to understand the message of the lesson, to know the use and meaning of the new words, to get the message that running away from home will lead to many unexpected experiences, to know that they have to do many undesirable work after running away from their homes, to be aware of the world and its bitter experiences. Introduction. Children at Work is a sensible story by Geeta Wolf, which focuses on the living of slum children. This story teaches us to be empathic with these children and help whatever we can. This story involves a boy named Velu. He was a small boy of 11 years. His father was a drunkard. His father used to beat him and his sister and used to snatch every money they earned. Velu was fed up with the day-to-day abuses and decided to run away from home. Jaya, a rag picker, small girl with brown and dirty hair. Initially, Velu was reluctant as she was stranger to him. It is divided into 3 parts. Let's start with the part 1. Velu, an 11-year-old boy, runs away from home. He wanders around for hours before getting on a train to Chennai without a ticket. Tired and hungry, he doesn't know where to go when a stranger at the station shouts a word of welcome. When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. When he finally stood on the platform, his leg felt wobbly, as if he was still on the moving train. Here, wobbly means unsteady. Oh, out of way. A porter went by with a loaded trolley. Velu jumped aside. He sat on a bench on the platform, putting his small bundle down. In all his 11 years, he had never seen so many people, except once a year at the fair in his village. People walked by, bumping into him with their suitcases. A voice announced something on a loudspeaker. Near him, a group of people sat on their luggages looking at the TV hanging from the roof. The noise was terrible. Velu put his head down on his knee, feeling miserable and exhausted. He had run away from his village 2 days ago. For 2 days he had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. In his bundle he carried a shirt, a towel and a comb. He had walked for most of the first days to Kannur and then got on the train to Chennai. Velu had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector didn't come to the unreserved compartment. He had tried to sleep on the floor near the door. A group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night. Now the explanation of this part. Velu, a 11-year-old boy, ran away from his village. The reason was that his father used to beat him and take all his money. He was fed up of all this and he ran from his village to Kannur. He ran 2 days before and had not eaten anything but only peanuts and a piece of jaggery. In his bundle, he only carried a shirt, a towel and a comb. Vellu boarded in Kanyakumari Express. He had no money to buy tickets. He was in unreserved compartment where mostly ticket collectors don't come. As the compartment was full, he tried to sleep on the floor near the door, but couldn't as a group of men were playing cards next to him and were shouting all night. Now the textual next passage. "Ah, what's new to town A?" called out a rough voice. Vellu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking at him. "Here, A." He turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age, wearing a long banyan that came down to her knee. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on one shoulder. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. "Why is she calling me?" thought Vellu. "And why is the girl wearing a banyan? No need to stare stupidly. What's your name?" "Vellu," muttered Vellu, looking away. So Mr. Vellu, said the girl, looking at his bundle. "Run away from home?" Vellu didn't answer. He didn't want to tell some strange girl what he had done. He got up. Explanation of this part. He got off the train at Chennai Central. His legs were unsteady as if he was still standing in a moving train. It was because of tiredness and weakness. The crowd and the way the people looked upon him made him miserable. He sat on a bench on the platform with his small bundle beside him. He was very hungry as he had not eaten anything from 2 days. Suddenly what happened? He heard a rough voice calling him. He turned and he saw a girl same of his age. She was wearing a long banyan with a huge sack on one shoulder. She was picking up plastic cups from the floor and putting them into her sack. Vellu didn't answer. He didn't want to tell some strange girl what he had done. He had run away because he couldn't stand his father beating him for one more day. His father would snatch away all his money. Vellu and his sister earned and spent it on drink. "Don't think I don't know. This place is full of children like you. So what are you going to do here? Become rich?" She sat down next to him. Vellu shifted away slightly. He felt hunger pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace. "Hungry?" asked the girl. "You won't get food by sitting here glumly, making faces. I can find some if you want." She picked up her sack and started to walk away. Vellu stayed on the bench. What should he do? Should he follow this girl? Where was she going to take him? She was disappearing into the crowd, so he had to make up his mind quickly. "All right," he decided. "Anyway, I have no idea where to go." He jumped up and ran after her. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was. Now the explanation. But he don't want to tell anything about himself to a strange girl. She sat down next to him, asking him that what he will do here, as it was a new place for him. He was pressing his stomach as his stomach was paining due to hunger. She asked him if he is hungry and he will not get food by sadly sitting. Then she told him that she can find food for him. She picked up her sack and started walking. Baloo was thinking, what should he do? Baloo thought that she was his only hope, so he followed her. Here we come to end of the part 1. Difficult words and phrases are given with their meanings. Do refer it. Part 2 and part 3 will be covered in the next video. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.